Hey guys, and welcome back to the PUBG Xbox Full Match Walkthrough series. Today we have a squad match on Vikendi. Me and my teammates decided to jump a little late and land in Vihar. We like this location because it has these green buildings. It's kind of like the god building, if you will, of Vikendi, in my opinion anyway. I think for the amount of loot that you can get in the amount of time, I think these green buildings are one of the best things to actually loot. And I'm able to come out with some pretty good stuff just right off the bat. I'm able to switch out to the M4 instead of the M16 because I definitely prefer it. And with the zone coming soon, we decided to move out, try and get somewhere safe in the circle. Now this apparently is win number 101 for me. And I mentioned that on YouTube the other day that I eclipsed 100 wins in PUBG, and to me that's just something I never thought that I would even come close to, personally. When I first started playing the game, I was just so happy to get one win. And then when I got my second and third, it just felt like the greatest thing ever. And now, even today, I just won again last night. That's 102 wins now. Every one definitely still feels special to me, and I just get that same rush every single time I play it. And every single time I get to the late game, you have that pressure on you to try and win, and it's just a feeling that you don't get very often in video games. So yeah, this win feels just like the 100 that came before it, but let's see how it all played out because it's definitely a good one, and that's why I wanted to share it with you today. We got shot at by these guys as we came into the compound. They were up this rock. I throw maybe the most pathetic molly I've ever thrown in my life. I actually almost killed my teammate with it. So instead of getting close to that rock and having them be able to peek over, I decided to flank around to the right. Just get some distance since I have this 4x scope. So after taking a few shots and not really having much success, I decide this fight isn't worth it, especially with the zone coming. So I start moving, and I just want to get safe. And these guys are going to have to come to the zone as well. They're not safe either, and they actually end up fighting a whole nother squad. So we're going to kind of position ourselves closer to the next play zone, kind of force them to come to us, wait for them. Why push up and just, get one of us killed or something like that? Unnecessary risks. Especially when you already are a 3-man squad instead of a full 4-man squad. We have to kind of play it safe at times, not take any unnecessary risks. And this is exactly what we do. We just wait for these guys. They're going to have to come to us because the zone's moving. And they're still recovering from that battle that they had with the other squad. I'm able to knock a guy that went prone out in the middle of the field. That's also never a good idea, but you might have to do it at some point. You just hope no one's looking. Unfortunately for him, I was looking. And then I'm able to pick off a guy that was healing a down player. I didn't know which one I was shooting at that point. Usually if somebody's healing a down player, I'll try and shoot the guy that's healing. That way it just wipes those two together if they're the two remaining people in that squad. But yeah, I end up shooting the down guy, and then I was able to knock the other guy as well. So the fourth and final member of that squad was able to narrowly escape us. We almost blew up his vehicle while he was escaping, but we just couldn't land as many shots as we needed to take it out. And then a Dacia flew by as well, so we know there's at least a couple people going the same direction we are. But at least we know this guy won't be driving his UAZ anywhere because we were able to finally blow it up. But the zone's moving again, so we're going to get safe. Once again, we're just going to try and get to the safe zone and then wait for people to come to us. So waiting for people to run in, and you see a guy, and this is the same guy that was in the Jeep, I think. The guy in the Wookiee suit. I'm able to hit him a few times, but just not able to get that last hit in to finally finish him off. And zone has moved again, so once again, we're just going to get to the zone and wait. And, this is something that we do all the time. We just, it's rinse and repeat, really. If you don't have any opposition close to you, I think the best thing to do is just to get to zone, watch for people running in late to the zone, and try and pick them off, especially if you have that ability, because a lot of times you try and do that and somebody will sneak up behind you, but if you know that no one is behind you, no one's around you, this is definitely a great strategy, and it works out more times than not. Watching the playback of this game, I noticed that my health has been missing like most of the time here. I haven't boosted up for some reason. I even shared 2 boosts with my teammate because he's like, hey, does anybody have any extra drinks? I'm like, oh yeah, I got like 5. But somehow I didn't realize that I also needed to take a boost at this time. It's always important to keep an eye on your health and know exactly where you're at, but for some reason I was just thinking that I was already boosted up. Once again, our strategy looks like it's going to work. I'm able to post up on this A-frame building and take some shots at these guys that took time getting into the zone. Not the greatest shooting clinic I've ever put out, but I was able to knock one of them. I was able to tag the other guys as they're running away as well. And I know I complain a lot about people shooting the down player and think it's kind of a dumb thing to do, but that situation, when you got a guy down that's far away, he's going to get revived by his teammates. You want to finish that guy and just make it easier on you to win the match because there's less players in the field. There's no worry about losing honor for finishing that guy because he's so far away. It's best. It's actually a good play to take him out. But we disengage those guys because they're pretty far off at this point. And once again, we're just going to try and get to circle, but my friend noticed that there was a team up on these rocks. And you thought my molly throw was bad. That grenade throw was like the worst thing I've ever seen. After I threw that, I'm like, oh god, get out, get out. If I didn't tell him to move, I would have blown him up and we'd probably lose the match. Right then and there. That was the worst grenade I think I've ever thrown in all the time I've been playing PUBG. Probably any video game ever. We're just kind of patrolling these rocks, trying to find these guys. And luckily I was able to take that guy out with shoulder fire just enough. I wish I would have aimed down my sights at that point. It would have been better. But I was able to jump down and revive my teammate. But as I do, a Molotov gets thrown and he gets knocked again. And at first I don't see this guy. I actually thought it was my other teammate standing there. And so I didn't shoot him, and then it was already too late. He finished my teammate that was down, and it was just too late again. If I was able to react quicker and kill that guy before he was able to finish him off, we would have had 3 people still and had, a bigger advantage going into these final circles. And there's the thirsting again, but in his case, in his defense, he's the only person left. He just wants to get a kill. But, I mean, you have 2 other people trying to shoot you. Maybe he's just like, I'm going out and I'm taking somebody with me. I really don't have much against that, but early game, something like that, when you have other teammates that are alive, that's a bad play. But right there, I can't really blame him too much because I do that too. So we kind of have to scatter to the zone, and there's one building that's going to be in, and we know that there are a couple people there. That's who is shooting at us. So we're just going to get safe, fully boost up, and get ready to push into circle. Because we are not close to it. We need to push past this rock to get in. And I'm just going to let the rest of the match play out from here. And there it is, an 8-kill win on Vikendi. Definitely one of my better matches as of late, and lately we've been getting some good ones. The last one I made a video on was a 7-kill win, and this one, an 8-kill win on Vikendi. And I definitely made some good plays during the match, I definitely made some bad ones, and that happens, you know, just about every match in PUBG. That's why I like doing these full match walkthroughs, because you get to see not only the good stuff, which you would see anyway in like highlight clips and, you know, patch update videos where I just show you the kills and stuff like that. But you get to see the bad stuff also. You get to see my terrible underhand molly and grenade throws that almost kill my teammate twice. You get to see me completely miss the guy that's just standing there shooting my down teammate instead of just shooting me when I'm just sitting there also. But you also get to see the good stuff. You get to see the decision making and then the plays at the end. We come across the rock. My friend says, okay, I'm getting shot from the right. And so as soon as I get past that big rock, I look to the right and I see that guy crouched on the rock in the distance. And I have the Bison. It has 53 rounds. It can get wild if you're standing up and you're moving and stuff like that. So what I do is I just crouch, I put the red dot right on him, and I just let it go. And I just full auto that thing. And I melted him pretty quick, because when you crouch with an SMG, it's going to be relatively easy to control. And you crouch with any weapon, really. If you have the chance to crouch when you're fighting, I would definitely do that. And then we're able to get to that rock, get healed up. For some reason, those guys had that building. They had 2 players in the building, and we had 2 players on this little tiny rock. For some reason, they decided to one guy decided to go YOLO and just push to the right, or his right, our left. And I don't really agree with that play, because we could see him coming. It's in third person perspective, you could see him. If that's first person, maybe that's a decent play, but third person, we can see him coming. Whether that's something you like or not, that's the mode that we were playing. The other guy was just tossing nades. It's a really good thing that we didn't get hit by that first one. And then as I'm flanking to the right, he throws a nade at me, which gives my teammate a perfect shot, a perfect opportunity to take him out, and we secured the win. So yeah, definitely liked this one. It was a really good match. Obviously 8 kills is really good for me. It's pretty high in my book. And like I said, win number 101. Tonight I got 102. And every game that I win seems just as special as the first one that I won. And that's something that I love about PUBG, something that's going to be really hard to replace with any other video game. Battlefield 5 Firestorm is coming out this Monday coming up. It's only 3 days away. So it'll be interesting to see if that can give us the same level of intensity, that same feeling late game. It'll be hard to replicate because PUBG is a special animal in itself. But I'm going to be playing it, I'm going to be checking it out. I want to see if this thing has the same potential as PUBG does late game and things like that, or if it's just going to be a more fun, fast-paced type of battle royale. We'll just have to wait and see. But that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found this commentary and this video and the gameplay useful. If you did, definitely give it a like and subscribe to stay up to date on everything that I publish here on my channel. You can follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description below. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until next time, I'll see you later.